Hello denizens of the internet, I'm Kim, and this is a spoiler-free review of The Valiant by Lesley Livingston. Is that a tongue twister? Lesley Livingston, Lesley Livingston, Lesley Livingston. Yes, it is. Okay. It took me way too many tries to say that 5 times fast. The worst one I've ever heard is Considerable Settlement Until 2017. That one's from End Times, written by our dear Alex Nolan, and really, it was just unfair. Considerable settlement until 2017, considerable settlement until 2017, considerable settlement until 2017. It's just unfair. I really like tongue twisters though. Hello denizens of the interwebs, my name is Kim, and this is a spoiler-free review of The Valiant by Lesley Livingston. So I plucked this one off of the new title shelf in the YA section of my library. I was there because I'm always there, but also because this last week I completed a reread of almost all of the Tamara Pierce novels. I did about a third of her complete works. So I was picking up Lady Night and I was glancing through the YA new title section because I have an addiction, and The Valiant stuck out to me as a title I'd heard before. Lady Gladiators, I'm in. Trigger warnings for this book. There is an instance of attempted sexual assault. Also a whole lot of violence, because gladiators. So the writing. This book walks. It does not run. With chapter breaks every 6 pages and major section breaks marked with a paragraph of foreshadowing right at the top, there is no room for plot twists. You know what's coming. It flirts with the formulaic, and it really didn't ring my literary bell. Also, I was a little disappointed when this book focused heavily on the romance. There is not one, but 2 romances, and in a book about lady gladiators, there's about 4 times as much heterosexual romance as there is violence, and this is not a long book. Seriously, I was about 3/4 of the way done, and I said out loud, this book can't be almost over, nothing has happened yet. To be fair, things do happen, but they're made to feel unimportant because the romance is so overpowering, it's almost like it's all she cares about. And also, for a book about a girl who is supposedly an amazing fighter, she's not very good. In every single fight she has, she gets overconfident and then falls down. As you read along, you find yourself saying, honestly, I'm not sure how you won that fight. And yes, the book makes it clear that the showmanship is as important, if not more important, than the actual skill behind the violence, but I don't think I realized as I was reading this book how much I didn't like this book. I guess we're talking about characters now. Despite the fact that So the camera died. The camera died mid-sentence. I just wasted about an hour of daylight, which really annoys me. So the light is going to be different, and the angle is probably different, and the ducks are back! Okay. Okay. Oh wait, lipstick. Here we go. Again. Despite the fact that Fallon is our leading lady, her sister Sorga gets the lion's share of the personality. Fallon is stubborn, quick to judge, very defensive of her pride. Sorka is fierce and self-sacrificing. She collects lamps from around the globe, which is really impressive given that trade routes are terrible in this particular era. She has a vicious and loudly proclaimed hatred of Caesar, and she is a dreamer. All these things are gleaned in the first few pages of the book through Fallon's eyes. And Sorka is dead. Why do I know more about her than I do my own protagonist, who is alive? In the stables of the gladiatrices, yeah, they call them stables, you've got Elka, Fallon's best friend, excellent with a spear. You've got Nyx, Fallon's sworn enemy. She frequently observes that Fallon is not as good as people say she is, and she is correct. Mael, the love interest in the beginning, who is an incredible charioteer and has been in love with Fallon since they were children. His older brother, Aiden, it has a lot of extra vowels, but I'm pretty sure it's Aiden. Aiden likes to start shit. That's almost like 90% of his personality. Caius. Hitting my pinky finger with my index finger should not be this difficult. Caius, the love interest later on, who is an officer in the Roman army and the son of a senator and doesn't really experience, you know, consequences. But he still manages to remain an okay guy, so Kyron, Charon, not sure how to pronounce this one, is a slaver and Fallon's patron. There's Caesar himself, our neutral villain, Pontius Achilles, our evil villain, and Cleopatra, Queen of Egypt, who just happens to be wherever Caesar is. Doesn't she have a kingdom to rule somewhere? That's 9 side characters, actually 10 if you count Sorka. I usually have a favorite side character. I don't, not really for this one. That's weird. The plot. How do I talk about this? There is a plot. It exists. Several things happen in this book. They do happen. Overall, it fell short of my expectations. Too much romance, not enough battles, and even the intrigue was pedantic. I feel like I'm being too harsh. It's a fun read. Apparently I also forgot that I left the air conditioning on. Today's going so great, guys. The ending really saved it in my mind. This was going to be a 2-star review, and the ending really bumped it up to a 3. By the way, I give this 3 out of 5 stars. Guys, this is a Hunger Games fanfic. If President Snow were likable, if the entire capital was weirdly obsessed with Rome, it even has one of those unnecessary beautifying scenes that every single Hunger Games book has. Oh my god, this is a Hunger Games fanfic. Okay, we're past this. So, yeah. I'm sorry I didn't like this book if you liked this book. This is my first, I don't like it review, which is always going to be hard. I'm sorry if this is your favorite book in the whole world. I just didn't like it very much, but please feel free to tell me how wrong I am in the comments. That'll be fun. We can have a lively debate. It'll be great. A bientôt!